Grand Rising Soul Tribe. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, the views, the subscribes, comments, donations. I appreciate it all. Let's ring the bell. Let's go ahead and clear out this energy. And then let's just see what the message the Spirit has for us today. Hey, J Mike, how are you? Someone is finally realizing that sword of truth is the same sword that they allowed somebody to stab you in your back with. And that's the same sword that just stabbed there in their back by the same person, by the same motor scooter. Mm-hmm. Ouch. That's what somebody said. Ouch. Bottom of the deck. Mm, mm, mm. Failure. What a way to begin. Damn. You starting off losing. Because the universe is giving to you what you gave to somebody else. And it was good enough for them. Quit playing. Quit acting like it wasn't. Hey, James and Biscuit. It was good enough for them. It's perfect for you. I mean, remember these words that you said about this person, how you crossed this person, you spoke against this person, you spoke out against this person, and this was somebody that was in your family, and you know what, you was just trying to get some sort of money, some sort of come up, some sort of something. The smooth talker was lying about the Queen of Swords. One thing you didn't realize about that Queen of Swords is that she came with some strength. She had receipts. And when she decided to show those receipts, when she decided to show the proof that was in the pudding, somebody understood then something just happened that they didn't like. The same person that they teamed up against, this person, this kindergarten teacher, someone who was kind, someone who's always trying to be helpful. They teamed up against somebody. They teamed up with somebody against her and stabbed her in the back. And now this person has experienced that same thing. And that kindergarten teacher, you know what? She didn't even feel it. She was already protected. Where is she at? She's fine. She's happy. She's doing good. She's doing great. She's sitting here being protected. God's watching down on her, and trust and believe. Somebody can't get close to her anymore. Somebody can no longer paint this lie. This liar can't paint this picture no more. That shit is over. That shit is dead. That is the shit that ruined somebody. They didn't care about doing you in. But whenever they did you in, that was the day they ruined themselves. Like I said, that sword, the truth, that sword, that sucker sharp. They pointed it at you, and it went through you. And their friend said, "Let me clean it off for you, man." They said, "Good looking out." They gave it to their friend. Her friend wiped the blood off of it. They said, oh my gosh, look at that. There's a squirrel. They looked around for the squirrel. And next thing you know, they see that same sword coming through the front of them, knowing that they was just stabbed in the back by the same person they helped stab you in the back with. Shit's changed. Comes around, goes back around. Careful what you're doing to others. Be careful what you speak about others. That speaking that shit over somebody else. Be careful what you think. Be careful how you act. Be careful of what is truly in your heart. That's where you need to really start. Because before we sit there and we talk about who we love, what we love, and we want to sit there and say we are all this, all love and light and dignity and dignified and integrity and this and that and the other and kindness and everything, we better really think about how it is that we truly treat others, what's truly in our hearts when we deal with other people. Because that is what's going to be the clue. The way that somebody chooses to treat you from the flip is how they feel about themselves. Because they've already examined their heart. They already know what their true motivation and their true intention is with each and every person. And see, this is the type of person that is, that star. This is the type of person that this is, somebody who has a lot of virtue. Somebody that goes above and beyond to try and make someone else's life rosy. Because they understand and they realize it's hard out here for a pimp. Somebody who's completed some really hard life lessons. And somebody who understands what it is to be stuck. What it is to be, to allow yourself to stay in some mental space where you're doing all these mental gymnastics to justify someone else, giving somebody else like the strings, control. Those things that we do to give someone else control that makes us feel stuck. Someone is understanding that, you know what, they should have put an end to something long time ago. Somebody that was sitting there talking about all this bullshit, they should have told that person, hey, end that shit, because that's just causing all this conflict. I don't want to be involved. But see, they wasn't strong enough. Because you know what? They hadn't checked their own heart. They had their own deep, dark secrets. They had their own anger and rage. They had their own misdirected animosity at this person, but they were told that it is okay to blame everything on because this is the emotional garbage can. That one. So that person sat there and did all of that. Instead of give you the one thing that you needed. Love. honesty, commitment, integrity, loyalty. Said this person want to go out and they want to do all this wild shit. They want to act like a fool. And they acted just like a fool. They wanted to show their ass. They showed their ass. Everybody saw that ass. Everybody saw that ass. Everybody saw how much of a snake this person was. And everybody saw why you had to walk the fuck away. Hey, Addie. Now somebody want to be in hiding. Now somebody want to feel sorry for themselves. Like, why do that? Yeah, good question. That's what we want to know. Why did you do that? See, they was listening to somebody. This was an older woman, somebody that could have been like a grandmother, some older aunt, somebody who want to act like they know best. They want to act like they're just so sweet and gentle. And this is somebody who sat there and painted a whole picture, dressed the whole situation up to make it seem like it was this when it was really not, when it was really that. This is somebody who actually could see you in them when they were younger, because they did the same thing that you did, that you do now. But if for whatever reason this person did not want you to have any peace, they didn't want anything to work out for you, nothing. They wanted everything that you did to fail. Fail. And now this person is sitting here wondering why they even listened to them. Why they didn't do something instead of sit around and listen to somebody who was talking about this confusion and shit like that. Why was they even doing that? Now this person understands that just by them sitting back, not doing anything, being uninvolved, being removed, being unemotional, being just cruel, being cold like ice, not acting like they don't see shit. That was cruel. That was callous. And some people may even say it was calculated. Somebody had some type of influence on this fool, on this person to act out. They told him, yo, yeah, this is that, the other, this is that, you do it. Because if you do it, I'm gonna give you some money. I'm gonna make sure I give you all the wealth in the world, baby. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Do what I say to do, and it's all you. You gonna have all the power. You're going to have all the fame, all the glory. Everybody going to want to know your name. You know, everybody going to want to just touch your robe as you walk by. Like, oh my gosh, is that them? But one thing that somebody didn't realize is you got the magic stick. You can have anything you want. All you got to do is just touch it once, touch it twice. By the good words of 50 Cent, I got the magic stick. I don't know why I just heard that song. But you was able to defend yourself. And the way that you was able to defend yourself was by walking away from everything. You know what you said? You win and I lose. That's it. That's when you got in your car, you rode off. Either you rode off physically or you allowed spirit to carry you away. And now this person understands they can't even get next to you. There is nothing that they can do. And now they want to act like they in some sort of disappointment. Now they want to act like, oh, they didn't see that all those secrets, all those lies, it was going to be futile coming up against you. Especially knowing that, listen here, you the high priestess. You the one that told this motherfucker what they was doing. And they thought they was slicker than you. Look, they only make motor grease certain grades. They don't make no slicker than slick motor grease. They thought they had drenched them shits themselves in that shit. No, motherfucker, you was regular 10W20. Now somebody want to act like they worried because they done played all these motherfucking games. These motherfucking games, this motherfucker done played this shit. Well, how you like me now? See, somebody sat here and was spreading all this rumor, all these lies, talking about, oh yeah, no, I know him, trying to have control over you, trying to have some type of control. But this person forgot that what they needed to have was control over their self, over their mouth, over their actions, over their thoughts, over their own heart. So, of course, karma is getting ready to come back around quickly with the swiftness. Because what goes around comes back around, and everything that you said about this empress is getting ready to come out. Coming out. Because you know what? Everybody sees about this empress. She's the matriarch. She the matriarch, and she is fucking self-made. So if you think that you got anything negative to say about her, you better check your damn self. This person worked hard to give somebody what they wanted, needed, or whatever. This person forgo having pleasure because this person was determined that they had a goal in mind. They was determined to do this. And whether that was, raise these kids or finish this degree or save the money to buy the, whatever it was, this person stuck it in the stayed true to themselves. And it's showing. It's showing because the wheel of fortune is turning in their favor. And my, oh my, out of the favor, the person